Hello, X-Wing fans. This is Jay Buzzsaw79 here with the Week 2 Escalation builds. This week for the Escalation, we will be moving up to a normal 100-point team, and this will be. Put some paint on there. It's not supposed to be. This will be my team then at the 100 points. So you're right into her. First of all, there we go. That guy right there, Mr. Millennium Falcon. I will be having Chewbacca flying the Falcon for me. 5 pilot skill, 3 for his attack, 1 defense, 8 hull, 5 shields, elite slot, missile slot, and 2 crewmen for 42 points with a focus and target lock. When he's dealt a face-up damage card, immediately flip it down without resolving the effect. There are ways around his pilot skill ability, but it is pretty good for Chewie. So, under most circumstances, it is, basically I don't do crits. I ain't me. So, beyond that, for the cards going with this, I'll be adding Push to Limit. I guess I can get rid of this. Push to Limit on him as well. For the elite slot, allowing basically Chewie to take the 2 actions with stress. There's lots of good green maneuvers for the Falcon, so he's not really going to care. With a turret shooting 360, I always got you in my sight, so to speak, so not a problem there. And then I'm also adding the, of course, Millennium title card, allowing you to add the evade token icon to your bar there, okay, and thus going to be the reason for Push to Limit. I call this Chubby Chewie, by the way. Recon Specialist, so when you take the focus action, you get 2 focus, okay, but I'm going to combo that with Jane Aura. Once per round, ship it 1 to 3, would get a focus action, or would be assigned a focus token. You may instead turn it to an evade token. So basically, there's a couple ways I can do Chewie. I can do lots of options. If I need to, I can focus, target lock, basically something like that. Basically whatever I feel I need to do. But you can go from basically a little more offensive. You can switch and go to what I call tank mode, where you take the evade action with the title, you take a focus with the recon, so obviously that's your Push your limit then, and then basically that focus is turned into the evade action right away with Jan Ors. So we got Chewie, and then and YT 2400. I'll be flying Dash with that. The 7 pilot skill, 2 for the primary, 2 for the evade dice, 5 hull, 5 shield, elite, cannon, missile, and crew slots for 36 points. He has the focus, target lock, barrel roll action, and when he is moving, he can ignore the obstacles, basically except when in the shooting phase. So if you can fly over asteroids, and as long as you're not staying on the asteroid, he doesn't take damage for it, so he ignores that. And one of the big things on him is also we're going to be putting Push to Limit, so that way I can do the barrel roll, or if I don't have to worry about that, target lock and focus. So that's the only reason why. It gives him the options to make sure he's always where he needs to be. I'll be putting the title on, obviously. That lets him shoot his cannon slot in a turret form, which is really good. And instead of doing a true donut version, I love using the Mangler. There's nothing worse than people just getting within range 1 of you and just beating the crap out of you. They want to come in range 1, I will still shoot them in the face. And with the Mangler, hit to a crit, that's pretty good. So, alright, so that will be my build. Again, this is week 2 Escalation. Running Dash Rendar with Chewy. So I have a guy that rolls through stuff, gets the angles and shoots, gets some good damage in there. A little more harder to catch them because he's always kind of rolling through stuff and using asteroids as cover and things, so it should be good for me. And then good old Chewy can go into, like I say, ultimate tank mode, in which once he gets done, he has two evades and a focus, which still ain't bad either. Or you can target lock, obviously, at your discretion. So, all right, so that's the build. And next up will be my wife's build for this week. Alright, so here is the second half then. This is again my wife's build for the second week for the Escalation. And she'll be flying, start out with, this would be the fire spray. And first up, she is going to be flying it with the Scum Boba. 8 pilot skill, 3 attack, 2 defense, 6 hull, 4 shields, elite slot, cannon slot, bomb slot, cruise slot, missile slot, and the illicit upgrade for 39 points. Focus, target lock, evade. When attacking or defending, you may reroll 1 of your dice for each of the friendly ships at range 1. So, ideally, Boba is going to be right in the thick of it all. Doing as much as he can to try to keep people close to him as often as possible to get those extra rerolls when he can. So that'd be pretty nice. Going with that is push the limit. Basically because I think it's important to pick up evade on this, or the focus, and sometimes both. Very important. Allowing the fire spray to live a lot longer than normally it probably would. So, push the limit, really good card for this. Also, recon specialist. Basically, so you get 2 focus, because again, you're going to get shot, and you're probably going to want to use one of those to, get evading, to roll to focus your hits, and if not, well, then that gives you 2, to focus your evade dice, hopefully. Last of all, Mangler, because my wife loves Manglers equal to or more than me. Anything that ever has a cannon slot, she wants to put a freaking Mangler on it, so that's that one. So, not better than crits, I guess. Our other pilot, we're going to leave the ship out there because she's also going to fly Kath as an effective 1-2. Now, I do believe that the Scum version of Boba and Kath are much better than the Empire versions that were released. She has 1 less pilot skill, but all the same stat baseline as the fire spray. All the same slots up down there for 1 point less. But when attacking ship in her auxiliary arc, you may run additional dice. So if something's at right behind Kath at range 1 from her ass, she gets 5 dice to shoot behind her. So that's really cool. I love that. The girl that shoots better from behind. Jokes. Basically, she's going to be running the same thing. The push the limit on her as well, with the recon specialist as well, with the Mangler cannon. The only difference is I did have her throw in, because she had 3 points left, a hull upgrade onto Kath. The only other one was the dampening field. Really, that could go on there. She had this 97 otherwise. Dampening field I thought could be something, but then if she's got Boba out there within a range 1 of something and they're shooting at him, he gets to reroll stuff. Kath doesn't have that, and I think, at least for me, you can get within range of Kath and do a lot of damage back to her. And the fact that she gets, the extra dice out the back, you're probably generally going to want to get her out of the way first, and to me, then concentrate on Boba, because you can engage Boba at range 2 to 3. Well, generally 2, I guess, would be the main one. Engage him at 2, and then he doesn't get the reroll, and he won't get the extra defense dice, too. So that'd be the sweet spot for him. Kath, if you go range 1 of her, even with the front, it's not horrible, but again, I guess, I don't know, I would possibly go after her first, but maybe she'll put on Boba, but for sure she's going to have the hull upgrade on somebody. That'll be up to her at the end. So, and this will be her build, as I said. I do have the second one there. So 2 of the fire sprays for her coming up. So, alright, well, just like previously, please post any comments, any thoughts, concerns, feedback on what you might change or do better. And, as always, please at least share the video with others to kind of get it out there, and go ahead and subscribe even if you feel like it, alright? Thanks for watching this video, and look forward to seeing you guys later. This is JBuzzsaw79, signing out for today.